You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on The Slayers, the motion picture. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here, and today I get to cover another 90s anime film from 1995. For today's anime review is Slayers, the motion picture. Slayers the Motion Picture is also known as Slayers Perfect or Slayers the Movie Perfect Edition, and originally released in Japan as simply known as Slayers, as well you want to pronounce it in the Japanese translated name as Soreazu, is a 1995 Japanese anime comic fantasy adventure film directed by Hiroshi Watanabe and written by Kazuo Yamazaki, based on the novels of the same name by Hajime Kanzaka. It was the first animated entry released in the Slayers media franchise and received positive reviews from the critics. In the film, young sorceresses Lena Inverse and Naga the Serpent reunite to go on a vacation to the magical island of Mipros, but they soon find things that are not quite what they seem and fight a mighty evil force might be behind this. Mind you, speaking of the Slayers, if I get to cover one of the Slayers anime TV series or one of the Slayers OVA titles, like Slayers Special, Slayers Return, Slayers Great, Slayers Gorgeous, and Slayers Premium, or the Slayers Excellent, then that'll be for the most part for my future anime review in general. Mind you, like I guess in the same way how my previous anime review of Lily Cat looked like something I don't think Mystery Science Theater 3000 would accept, but that makes perfect sense. But anywho's, let's review The Slayers, the motion picture for today's anime review. Let's begin. The powerful teenage sorceress Lena Inverse and her traveling companion and self-styled arch-rival Naga the Serpent have been reunited after Naga was once again hired against Lena. Obtain two discounted tickets for a tour to the fabled hot springs of Mipro Island. However, they discover almost immediately that those hot springs are fake, and the island is controlled by a group of bandits. The two heroines clean up the island from them, but learn they have been sent by someone called the Great Master, which is how you expect seeing in The Slayers the motion picture, especially that, if you will. Meanwhile, Lena is repeatedly visited during sleep by an old assistant man that narrates about the love between a heroic boy Rowdy and a young elf girl named Millie Rune, tragically interrupted by the appearance of a Mazuko demon named Joyrock that destroyed the city of elves and killed Millie Rune in another dream. Between an event and another, Lena discovers that the old storyteller is the young hero himself, and he gained the power of elves with the ability of seeing the future, and that he was the owner of legendary Sword of Light. Lena and Naga deliver the most dangerous bandits to the king, who asks Lena to take action against Joyrock. He and the queen were contracted by the old sage Rowdy in Dream, and he told them the demon came back again to Mipros and is wreaking havoc in the northern part of the island, blocking the natural flux of hot springs water. So the girl named Lena Inverse is the only able to beat him down in the process. Lena is initially reluctant, but in exchange of a reward, and Rowdy's promise to reveal the secret location of a hot spring that makes things growing up, she and Naga decide to take action against the demon, probably down in the process, if you notice. Speaking of which, Joyrock shows himself in the form of a frog, then turns into a reptile-like creature. Because Joyrock transforms first into an amphibian, which is a frog, but then transforms from an amphibian frog, animal species frog, into some sort of a reptile-like creature, what you see if you ever saw the Slayers, the motion picture anime film. and reveals to be the Great Master who pulled the strings of the events that took place on the island. Lena attempts to slay him with her destructive dragon slave spell, but he disappears and reappears from the astral plane and injures Lena, who is luckily is rescued by Naga and Rowdy. The old sage heals Lena and tells them that he could use his magic to get back in time and change history. But the two sorceresses must help him defeating the Joy Rock from the past. At the same time he casts the spell, the demon appears and kills Rowdy. Luckily, Lena manages to travel. Lena manages to travel the void of time. Naga is missing at this moment from what you expect seeing in this anime movie, which is The Slayers, the motion picture. Which is almost missing in a good at this point at that moment. She meets the young Rowdy, and with the help of the Sword of Light combined with Dragon Slave, they finally destroy the demon along with the coincidentally rescued Naga. They return to the present time, which is almost you travel from the past of how you expect seeing a time travel like feel, which is all not that quite Back to the Future type time travel what you expect seeing in The Slayers, the motion picture. If you noticed in the anime, if you ever saw The Slayers, the motion picture especially. Speaking of which, before going back to the mainland, Lena remembers she has to visit the hidden hot spring promised by Rowdy, but there she discovers it is a magical water that makes things like vegetables growing older and not growing bigger as she hoped for her breasts, which is almost awkward at this point of what you expect in the anime, which is almost tongue-in-cheek, I'd call it, because it's very almost awkward, but it's just how it is, what it is, of how if you ever watched Slayers, the motion picture anime. Shouting angrily at the ghost of Rowdy, Lena runs away in shame, followed by Naga, and they keep on running until late night. During the end credits, it is shown that the inhabitants of Mipros have erected a statue in honor of the two heroes of the island, the young Rowdy and Lena Inverse. So that's how you end this anime movie, Slayers, the motion picture, of how the inhabitants of Mipros has the statue of two heroes, which are Rowdy and Lena Inverse. But you expect if you ever watched The Slayers, the motion picture anime, if you will. And also, the English dub of Slayers, the motion picture, was done by ADV Films, which features the actor Brett Weaver, who's known for anime such as Cashier and Sins, Case Closed, Bubblegum, Crisis Tokyo 2040, Attack on Titan, as well as Dragon Half, Attack on Titan Junior High, XL Saga, Fire Emblem, Full Metal Panic, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Gantz, Godinar, Gunsmith Cats, Gurren Lagann, Hakuoki Dawn of the Shinsengumi, Jing King of Bandits, Marduk Scramble, Martian Successor, Nadesco, Neon Genesis Evangelion, One Piece, Princess 9, Rune Explorer, Samurai 7, as well as other anime he has worked on. And he's also did The End of Evangelion, which I've already covered on my previous anime review on Neon Genesis Evangelion as well. However, Lena Inverse was voiced by Cynthia Martinez in the English dub of Slayers, the motion picture. However, in the original Japanese dub, she is voiced by Megumi Hayashibara, who's known for her roles in anime such as Love Hina, Saber Marionette J, Ranma Half, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, Slayers, Detective Conan, Pokemon, All Purpose Cultural, Cat Girl, Nuku Nuku, Video Girl Eye, Danganronpa, V3, Killing Harmony, and Shaman King. Oh, and she's also appeared in other anime such as various roles in Maison Koku, as well as Osomatsu-kun, Mashin Hero Wataru, City Hunter as well, as Pat Labor, the anime TV series Riding Bean as well. Oh, and she's also in Magical Princess Minky Momo, which is the second series in 1991, especially. Oh, she's also in other anime such as Yu Yu Hakusho, Tekkaman Blade, Neketsu, Saikyo, Gozaru, Blue Seed, DNA Squared, and she also does the voice as Lucy McMillan in Macross Plus OVA as well. Tico of the Seven Seas. Oh, and she's also does the voice as Rei Ayanami in the Neon Genesis Evangelion anime series. Saber Marionette J again, as well as the puzzling challenge letter of the mysterious thief Dorapan, as well as other animes that Megumi Hayashibara also appeared in probably one of her works. Which, it's just how it is what it is. Oh yeah, Naga the Serpent is voiced by Kelly Manison in the English dub, but in the original Japanese dub of Slayers the Motion Picture, she was voiced by Maria Kawamura, who's known for anime such as Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, Tales of Little Women, Aurora Battler Dunbine, as well as Sailor Moon S, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Revolutionary Girl Utina, XL Saga, Pokemon, Trap Family Story, Tokyo Mew Mew, XXX Holic, as well as Darker Than Black, Rosario Vampire, Caputu, Humanity Has Declined, Red Data Girl, City Hunter 2, Ghost Sweeper Makami, as well as other animes. She's also appeared as she's also does the voice as Freya in the Saint Seiya series and other animes. Oh yeah, she's also in Yu Yu Hakusho. Forgot to mention that. And she also does the voice as Quest Pararia in Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack. Forgot to mention. Oh, she's also in Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Forgot to mention that. Slayers the Motion Picture was created during the peak of the franchise's popularity and was produced by J.C.Staff in co-production with Kadokawa Bunko. Unlike the later films in the series, this was not directly written by the Slayers creator Hajime Kanzaka, according to Helen McCarthy. In order not to disturb the community of the ongoing TV series, writer-director Kazuo Yamazaki opted for the story from the spin-off continuity, the Slayers special tales set 2 years before Lena's first meeting with Gori as well. The film was released in Japan on July 29th, 1995, and it was distributed by Toei Animation. It aired at the Kadokawa Anime Festival in 95, screened as a double feature together with Legend of Crystania, a 98-page companion guidebook released as also in the low-budget mini art book version, was published by Fujimi Shobo in the Dragon magazine collection in 1996 as well. And yeah, The Slayers, the motion picture, was released on VHS and Laserdisc in North America by ADVision in November 11th, 1998, and it's also released on DVD by ADV Films as well, especially of How You Expect as well. Because ADV Films first acquired the rights to the film, they originally had contacted Lisa Orts, has been the English voice for Lena Inverse in the Slayers anime TV series, to reprise her role in the film, but at the last quest, but it had turned it down. When it comes to other hiring voice actors in animes for, they turn their roles down. But it's just how it is, what it is when they come to cast for the English dub of Slayers the Motion Picture. So that's gonna be it for my anime review on the Slayers the Motion Picture. Thank you for watching. But before we go, here's my thoughts. I gave this anime a 10 out of 10 because I give this considered my favorite anime movie from the 90s, because my anime review is a lot better than Bennett the Sage's review on the Slayers the Motion Picture, because I consider the Slayers the Motion Picture to be my favorite anime movie from the 90s, I guess. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook, if you have Twitter, Facebook account, and all social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button on this video. Feel free to leave in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Hit the notifications bell button. Keep it otaku for this anime review. And I got another anime review coming up because I'm running out of time. Stay tuned for my next anime review. I got another anime review cover for another anime TV series with my anime review on Space Battleship Yamato 2199. Stay tuned for my next anime review on Space Battleship Yamato 2199 because you won't want to miss another anime review.